Yep.
Before we get into this video, let me tell you about Swagbucks.com. Swagbucks is a website I've been using since 2009 and have gotten hundreds and hundreds of dollars in free gift cards from taking surveys and playing games. Here's the cool part. Swagbucks has offered me the opportunity to work with them. So if you guys click the link in the description, all you have to do is sign up and verify your email address. It's 100% free. They are going to pay me for that. So if you would like to support the channel, all you got to do is click the link, sign up, verify your email address, and you're good to go. And then you can start taking surveys and doing all the fun things on Swagbucks and just passively get some free gift cards.
Turbo Granny Wagon Standalone ECU Harness Build Part 2.
I hate it so much.
I hate this.
I really... The wiring part's not bothering me. Doing the wiring, looking at it, is seriously detrimental to my mental health.
Same. Also, so I ordered parts, and of course on the website I ordered a dump pipe. They had this for cheaper, and it was the right size, so I don't have to trim this. So we bought it anyway. So we're waiting on that because of the Rona. I don't know when it's gonna show up. So we're gonna just wire it up, change out the injectors, do what we do up until the point of the wideband. We're gonna wire up the wideband. We just won't have it installed because there's no dump pipe.
I hate it so much. Abysmal to look at. Please tell me you're going to clean the wires up a little bit after.
Oh yeah, we'll tape it up and make it somewhat neat-ish.
God, I'll kill you if you don't. I'll set this car on fire.
I'll never open the hood. No one needs to see it.
I'm gonna know it's there. And every time I look at this car, no matter how much power it makes, while you're spooling that turbo 300 RPM before you hit the red line, I'm just gonna be like, boy, under that hood is just a rat's nest of ass, and I hate it.
Well, you weren't kidding. It's got ass.
This is the only way I'm surviving this day, boys. Bang out. This video is brought to you by Bang. No, it isn't. That'd be sick. I tried to get him to sponsor the Mustang, and they sent me like an application for a partnership thing, and it was like a model application. So it said front shot and back shot, and I was like, trust me, I don't want to see that shit. So here's the car that I wanted you to sponsor. I was like, I'm not taking my shirt off for none of y'all f***s, alright?
Oh, one of the, I thought you meant like the car front back.
No, like,
oh,
yeah, like,
it's like you do know that this
like,
is not what you want. You don't want to see me.
Pass. I'll spend my own money, thanks. I don't have any, but
never mind. I don't need to whore myself out. It's fine.
If I could, I would.
Honestly.
You think I wouldn't put my dick in a hot dog bun like Joey Salad? Throw a little mustard on that. Sign up for my OnlyFans.
Oh, man.
Boy's unemployed. I gotta do something. Yeah, I guess on that note, let's do some squirting.
Ooh.
You know what MAF stands for, Ross? Major ass failure. Okay?
It works.
Get that shwip out of this engine bay ASAP, bro.
It does have a wire that we could wire this up to.
Yeah, and like the plug and play Microsquirts that Kenny builds uses the math.
Oh,
why didn't you just buy one of those, Ross? God damn it!
Because he didn't want to make it. He said, "I don't do that."
Did you ask him?
No.
Oh.
No, but someone asked, "Hey, does someone on here build harnesses?" And then they tagged him a bunch of times. He goes, "Nope."
Yeah, well, he doesn't build harnesses, but he builds ECUs.
Yeah.
That plug straight into the factory ECU. And then you got a squirter on your hands.
Well, yeah, but then we'd have to use the math.
And then I wouldn't have got the Volvo. And look how much that benefited me.
Wait, what Volvo?
The Turbo 240.
No one ever wants to.
It was really smart of us, too, because look at this.
Yeah, we should.
Boy, are we having a grand old opera over here. I'm having fun.
Oh, yeah, lots of it.
You know what's funny, too, about you buying that $60 roll of 3-inch silicone? I was digging through my parts boxes, and I found 2 3-inch silicone couplers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should have just asked.
I didn't know anybody had that. Oh.
She dirt.
That's from the Steve. I had to cut that piece off.
So, I think I've decided So somebody was talking about Ricer Miata's Turbo Civic, and I went back, and I'm pretty sure it only made like 205 horsepower. So I've already made mincemeat of that. That was super easy.
Also, did he beat any neons?
Right, yeah,
Supra?
yeah. Because the thing about it, the neon kids, is they need to sit down. They need to take a seat. I'm sick and tired of these neon SRT4 kids coming out here thinking they're faster than my Honda Civic. But now I have this new idea where nobody seems to have a definitive answer. But Grayson and I think that my Civic should be the world record holder for the most powerful stock D-Series Civic. Stock, engine, transmission, internals, leaking head gasket.
Oh yeah, I forgot it has that.
Yeah, it sure does.
Oh, is it pretty bad?
No, it's fine.
All around me are familiar faces.
Throw a little torque at those head bolts.
Well, no, you can't do that. It might blow up at that point. You'll reseal it and it'll blow up.
Oh my god, you're right. All right, so we'll just put more coolant in it.
Yeah, there
and
you
we'll
go.
see how much it can take. And then, I guess, after it blows up, I'm either going to part it out or we're going to start another GoFundMe so you guys can litter that car with stickers so I can put a new engine on it. And I really don't want to do that. I want an Integra. I want a B-Series Civic. I mean, I guess if that one blows up and we got enough money, we could just put a B-Series in that one. But you got to understand that these days I'm on that bought, not built life. So if I can find one that's already got a B-Series in it.
Well, then you can turbo it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to go through the steps of putting the engine in and then turbocharging it. I want to go get one that has a B-Series in it, or just an Integra, because those have a B-Series in them. And Shane's made 223 wheel, and frankly, I'm pissed about it. So I was like, Grayson, I need 224. And then I was like, Grayson, I need the world record. One guy said, I'm pretty sure I've seen people, just for bragging rights and a couple pulls, making over 300 wheel. I was like, I don't believe you. Find me proof, because I'm going to beat it. I want the highest number, stock, everything D-Series Civic with a turbo on it. Find me the highest number and drop it in the comments. Back it up. You need videos or pictures or dyno sheets. We're going to beat it.
Watch, it's gonna be like 300 something.
Like 335, yeah. Remind me what happened last time we played with nitrous rod.
Oh yeah.
Here, let me show him the engine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hang on. I remember now. It doesn't have one because you blew it up. That's right. I recall. Well.
No, you closed the hood.
Was I not supposed to? What are you gonna do? Open it and work on the engine?
No. The engine's on the stand somewhere over there. It's on one of those. I don't know. It just slides on and off, but it's really hard. Like, that's why I was struggling with that one.
Alright. That's fine, probably. I guess let's wire some shit. Alright, so it's kind of hard to explain what's going on without you seeing the wiring diagram, but I'll put a link to the diagram if you want to take a look at what's going on. So you can see my beautiful soldering job. That's as close as I'm going to let the camera get to it. We have this is the fuel pump relay. So we got power from the thingy. Wait, no, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, wait, how can we decipher which ones? But it's power's coming in from this side.
Right.
Yeah.
Beep,
Okay.
beep, beep,
I was
beep.
like, wait, how does that work? And then I was just like, it works on my car. Why does it work? I had to process that for a second. So,
I don't know what it does.
so we got, this is the signal wire to the ECU from the fuel pump, and 86 over here, this fourth prong that has nothing on it goes to the ignition. So when you turn the ignition on, it powers the ECU. The signal to prime the fuel pump comes from this guy, and the fuel pump relay will trigger the fuel pumps because we're running both the factory ones.
For now.
Yeah.
I do have 255 somewhere. But we'll figure that one out later. Also,
That could
this
fit,
isn't gonna
yeah,
work.
Yeah, you gotta use a blue one and then just fold this one over. Alright, solder joints are done. We have power and ground signal wires to the ECU for the injectors. And this is done. The fuel pump relay is almost done. We just need to run the actual wire to the fuel pumps. We gotta run to my house real quick and get his TPS adapter. And then we should be able to decipher what wire goes to the fuel pumps from the stock relay.
Yeah.
There. And then we can just slam that together real quick.
Yeah, because we'll just rip the wires out of wherever the relay connects into, and then we'll just twist them together and then just run our single wire out to this.
And were you gonna do switch power for this, or do you want to run to the ignition?
I'm deciding still.
Because while we're out, we could go get a switch if you want.
Yeah.
And then we could turn it on, make sure it's priming the fuel pump and everything. We gotta load my
Base tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then really after that, just doing some vacuum line rerouting and plugging up the EGR. I'm just waiting on the dump pipe. So, and I don't know when that's supposed to show up. And then I'll have to just relocate the
I guess we're
coil.
pretty much almost done.
Weird.
We gotta
I
do
feel like
that.
I gotta today. I guess we can make the little elbow for the charge pipe.
Well, we gotta do the VR sensor too, but
Yes, we'll do that when
we still don't know which wire does what, which is why I wanted to have the computer so we could turn the ECU on and see if we have crank signal. We'll just twist the wires together, see what happens. All right, yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. I know a thing or two about tuning. So. No, I don't, but actually we're testing to make sure we're getting a signal from the Microsquirt. We got Tuner Studio up on the old B-Zook. Fired up. Nothing. Alright guys, we got it all loaded up. Everything's working. We have power functioning. We figured we'd test the TPS out real quick and we just calibrated it. So Ross, go ahead and floor it. Oh, you can get more than that. Come on. Yeah, 100.4%. So we can actually correct that so it won't max it out. So we'll go to Tools and then Calibrate TPS. So it's open right now. We have 212 set as the ADC. And then floor it all the way as hard as you can. 880 instead of 871. All right, let it out. There you go. So this is why you use an 850 or 960 TPS, because it's an actual potentiometer with values from 0 to 1,000, I believe is what it reads it off of. You saw the ADC value, but that allows you to say press it like halfway. More precise. That's a quarter. More precise readings of where your throttle position's at, which is going to give you better tuning opportunities and more consistent values and data, and make it more accurate in terms of sound. Like DJ Khaled's sound is accurate.
Yeah.
So, you know, we want our throttle position sensor reading to be accurate as well.
Look at it.
I'm having a meltdown.
I said don't look at it.
Oh my god. Oh.
Hey guys, I just want you to be real. Function over form, okay? I don't give a shit what it looks like.
If something goes wrong, it's gonna take you 9 years to find the problem.
What do you mean? It'll be real easy. We plug the laptop in, see what's not being seen, and then we go to that.
What if it won't power the ECU? I guess that's
The
all
wire
of this,
of this shit show right
okay,
here.
Fine, yeah, no problem.
It should be a fuse.
Do what you're doing.
Alright. So this is how we're gonna attach this bullshit to our bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
No, somebody did that. It wasn't me. Alright. It wasn't me. Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Alright, so both do have shield wires, so we just ran those together because we know for sure that that's what that is. It's fine. Go ahead. Make all the noise you want. Ride your dirt bike down the street. See if I give a shit. So now we just have them twist and tape because we aren't sure which wire does what. So we're going to plug it in, crank it, see if we got signal. And just in case you're curious, this is how much you don't need for a basic Microsquirt setup.
Or Microsquirt.
Well, yeah. Well, and Microsquirt has even more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like not including any of the wires that go to the fuse block or relay wiring and stuff. There's like 14 wires in there. It's not bad. It's just, it looks intimidating, but we'll clean it up. All right, I'm gonna fire the computer up.
Anything up at the crank?
All right, so we got all the trigger settings set up, and the we just have the offset set at a base of 60 right now, assuming 60-2 wheel or whatever, however that works. and then once it runs we can match it with a timing light, but for now we just need to crank and make sure we're gonna get signal. So hit it.
Fuel pumps ran.
Nothing. Alright, we'll switch the wires.
Alrighty.
Alright, we both kind of came to the realization, since we have the trigger settings working, we only have like a few more things to do and we can start it.
Yeah.
So, Ross is putting his new 440s in.
New to me.
For Lightning.
Ford Lightning.
And I was going to shrink this heat shrink with a lighter, but then Ross got gas everywhere, and I just don't know about that open flame life right now. So I'm heating up this electric soldering iron. I'm just going to use it to shrink it down. We're getting the VR wiring all set up. I'm going to crimp these, heat shrink them, and then wrap the shielding wire back around it, and then put those two together. And that should be all we need. And then we just gotta wire up the fuel pump and let it rip.
We don't even gotta go to the back of the car. We could just go right to the wire that's right there. Alright, we discover.
So this is a cool trick when your Volvo doesn't have wiring issues like my 740 did. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there, but I'll show you the relay to give you an idea here. So there it is. So 30, the plug that goes into 30 is live 12 all the time, no matter what. So to jumper it to test your fuel pumps working, you take a wire or a paper clip or whatever, and you jump to 87/2, which is right here. And let's see if you can hear it. I can't see it. You're blocking my light.
Yep.
We're running fuel pumps. So what's also nice is this is the main injection relay. So pulling this is going to shut off all of our live wires that we cut that Ross and I didn't couldn't be fucked to take out.
Yep.
So all we have to do is run a single wire from the fuel pump spot on our fuse block out there to that 87-2 opening on the factory relay stuff, and we'll be using our own fuel pump relays now to power the stock wiring and grounds. So all we have to do is run a single wire to that opening, and when we flip the ECU on, it'll prime the pumps and work like a normal car. God, that's awesome. All right, so that's in place. So when Ross flips the switch to turn the ECU on, it should prime the pumps. We're Microsquirt gods. Whatever the hell that thing's called. Wideband, that's what it is. What we could do is take one of these aux outputs, you heard, and then just cut it and use that wire to power the wideband, so we have a different flavor going in there.
So wait, the aux outputs?
Yeah, because it's for things, or like the TAC output, we just cut the wire and use the wire, not actually like from the ECU pin, but just use some of the wire.
To pull it in?
Yeah, so we have a different colored wire for the power for the wideband instead of just red everything. Alright, pumps are primed, everything is plugged in, so we're going to see if it wants to chuff to life. The VR sensor's plugged in, right?
Yeah. Let me make sure.
Yeah, we got crank signal.
Oh.
Fire this hoover up.
Bob's your uncle.
Well, I'm dumb. It seems I have completely overlooked the fact that the Microsquirt does not have a built-in coil driver, and the ignition output signal is only on logic level, which means that it's only telling something to spark the coil, but doesn't actually have a controller to do so. So I believe we can use the factory Bosch ignition control module.
Plan on set.
Come on, you're signing up. Oh my lord. So Ross is pulling that out, and we're gonna take a look at that real fast. I'm pretty sure that can be used. The DIY Auto-Tune like instructional for Microsquirting a red block Volvo tells you to use that. But my Microsquirt's an MS2 full-size V3 board and has the BIP 373 coil driver mod that I kind of forgot existed. So, whoops. All right, coil driver installed. The wiring is getting even harder to look at, but we're gonna give it a shot. There's one last thing that says if needed. We'll try it if we need it. But right now we're just gonna let it rip. Please God.
Hey, you want to turn this on? See
You don't need it on.
Oh!
Wait a second. Sounds like we got spark now.
I think it's the trigger wheel again.
This was way easier with a hall sensor and a built-in coil driver, but let me tell you what's going on here. There's no sense in me trying to explain the wiring, but here's the VR sensor. So we have the signal ground, because that's what the Microsquirt manual says to put in with the shielded wire, which made the tach signal better, because before we did that, it was reading like 4,500 RPM on crank. Now it's like 198, which makes a lot more sense. However, they say with a VR sensor you need to add a shunt 10K resistor between the VR positive and negative, and that seems to be where the root of our issue is, because now that we have a working coil driver and we're sparking, it wants to start, it keeps chuffing, but as it does, the tach signal skips and drops out. So you can watch it on the computer screen. Go for it. See, you can hear it chuffing and trying. So we're definitely getting spark now. I'm sure we're gonna have some trigger wheel settings to work with, but we know for sure we've got spark, we've got fuel now. You can hear it turning over. We're almost there. God, it's a lot of fuel. It smells really fuel-y out here. So, I guess that's gonna be, psych! Video's not over. So we found a local place that had resistors, and now this is resisted. I know, don't yell at me for the wiring. Believe me, I know. We're just gonna test this theory. So hopefully it theoretically is a theory that theoretically pays off. In theory.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
Or not.
That sure seems like it doesn't have any tach signal at all now.
I'm a little
All right.
too late there, guy.
Here's an update. Wideband is now wired in mostly.
Kinda.
We just gotta run new power wire for it, because we followed the wiring diagram, which says to power it off the IAC fuse, which only gets power when you're cranking. So.
Well, it gets power cranking and running, but not.
Right, yeah, but not when it primes the fuel pump, it turns on.
Yes.
Which is interesting.
Well, it runs off that relay.
Yeah.
So that relay only
that's
works.
all wired right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty positive. So that's a weird call. So we're just going to run it to the switch that's powering the Microsquirt itself. That way when you turn it on, the wideband turns on and stays on throughout. So that's how mine is. It's wired externally, so when you turn the ignition on, the wideband stays on. I think it shuts off when the car cranks, though, but you know.
Yours actually starts.
Yeah, well, no, right now it doesn't. Everyone along for the adventures. My God, have we been...
We've been playing
It's
too
been
much.
like 4 hours. So we got the wideband all in. Sorry I haven't filmed like any of this. We're just
kind of plugging
beyond
away.
stressed. So the spark was super weak. The signal was bad, and then the wiring diagram, it said add 1K resistor if needed. So we just wired that up to test it out real quick, and it just made a pretty good sound. So we're gonna let her rip. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Wait, let me flood clear it while I crank it, just in case we're. Is it lighting?
Yeah.
Did you get a reading
Nope.
at all?
Because it keeps sputtering, so it's like freaking out.
We pulled the fuel pump fuse and like for sure check the timing. I just set it to fixed ignition right now at 10 degrees.
That should make it work.
Just to see if it'll start.
Yep.
Burning 18 degrees. So now I'll plug the fuel pump back in.
You want me to keep checking timing?
No, that should be good.
Alright, go to yeet.
Ready?
Yep. Like the idle. Well, I mean, it's idling.
Yeah, I'm gonna open the fuel table and try and leave it out a little bit at this RPM and map reading. See if it idles a little bit better.
Big old hung up in front.
Yeah, it's no AFR target's gonna fucking.
So try not to tune it too much.
All right, let's hear this turbo cheat, Ross. We still have the. He's working on his intercooler piping, but I mean, we gotta hear it. We gotta hear it roar a little bit. You know, we just spent 3 days worth of wiring. Yeah, that turbo makes a lot of noise.
It's also open.
Alright guys, we got everything working really good. The RPM's good, throttle position sensor's good, our map sensor, I know it says fuel load, but that's the map reading. AFR, obviously we still don't have it set up because we have no exhaust, but the coolant temp sensor's working, which is really good.
Huh?
The coolant temp sensor working. Demo the TPS real quick. All right, guys, there you go. Yeah, I think the alternators on these kind of have their own circuit.
I think so.
But yeah, that pretty much sums it up. It runs and drives now. I took it for a little scoot. Ross just needs an exhaust and needs to situate his intercooler piping, and then we can do some auto tuning and get it cleaned up enough that it's drivable, and then take it out to Grayson and see what she's made of.
Yeah?
Sick, dude. I wonder if he wants me to bring my laptop so he can use a good laptop.
Ooh.
Damn.
It might work. He might actually be like, yes, please.
But yeah, so you guys already saw the outro, but there you go.
Yeah.
The Microsquirt Volvo V2 is alive and well. And yeah.
It'd be V3.
Now I want mine to work again.
V3. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, mine's a V3 as well, actually. But
we're all V3s.
yeah, V3, V4, V9, V6010.
Oh.
But yeah, so I'm gonna recut it to this outro. Thank you guys very much for watching. Don't forget to follow me and Ross on Instagram at BigB1011 at WeGotRoss. Snapchat is BigB1011 as well. And if you want to see a picture of your car featured at the end of one of my videos, send a picture of it to me at curseforeverhelp@gmail.com. And we will see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Then we just push the button and hold it down, then you're in launch control mode.